Dragonverse fans, welcome back to another series that we are about to start here on the Dragonverse. You waited, and it's finally time to deliver the first season of Starblade and the Martian Marauder. Sit back, relax, and enjoy. Previously on Starblade and Martian Marauder. I don't need to tell you that our position in the star charts is quite favorable. It could make us a target. As you all know, this planet is in the midst of celebration. Unfortunately for them, we're here to ruin it. The Brigands of Malice smile amongst each other. We know for certain that a group called the Brigands of Malice have traveled here. I appreciate the warning, but my men will take it from here. Do not leave just yet. Let us speak in private. Chief Advisor Fanning stands patiently as he motions with his hand for the heroes to speak. Please, tell me more about these Brigands of Malice. Right. Well, it's a bit of a long story. Shorten it, if you must, but I want to know everything. Alrighty then. My friend here, Martian Marauder, encountered a criminal by the name of Jorath the Juggernaut. This was on Valorant. I was asked to help him. We went to Triumph, where we learned he made some new friends. After surviving on Triumph, we chased them across Fanghawk in Zagarn. They escaped us again, but we interrogated one of their members, which led us here. Do you know what these Brigands of Malice are planning? Not yet, but we have every intention of finding out. Then, putting an end to this. I assure you, we'll do our best to make sure your people are safe from harm. I thank you. You both spoke with such conviction, I couldn't help but listen further. Do you really believe we have something to worry about? Yes. Very well. Then I will help you. From afar. This won't get you into trouble, will it? Chief Advisor Fanning laughs. It might, but if what you say is true, I'll have to take that risk. Consider yourself lucky to have a king that listens. Chief Advisor Fanning smiles at him. Oh, I do, but I don't want him to think I'm undermining him. Gracious or no, that's something you should avoid. Conduct your investigation. Quietly. Martian Marauder looks at Starblade, who fights to keep a smile off her face. You got it. Nobody will know we're here. There's one more thing. The Chief Advisor hands her a key card. This is to the King's personal vacation home with his family. It also doubles as a safe house in the event of an emergency. Sweet. Please do not disturb too much. Starblade begins to wave him off as she eyes the keycard. I'm the epitome of neatness. Martian Marauder keeps his mouth shut. I'll reassign the guards in the area to a different sector. Thank you. We won't let you down. What he said. Chief Advisor Fanning exits the room as Starblade continues to eye the keycard. Shall we depart? Oh yeah. Royal Suite? Here I come. Meanwhile, Toko, Rusk, and Raijin have successfully infiltrated the castle. The two are locked inside the security room. Raijin is working at the terminal. You got everything covered? Yeah. Erase all sighting of us on the cams. Then loop the feed so we can get out undetected. Good. Let's get our last bits of intel, and we don't have to set foot in here again. Got it, boss. Xandra made this tech stuff look so easy. Crazy girl. Locations to plant the bombs are already downloaded. Yes, but we may need something else. Something to keep the guards busy while we evade their patrols. I'll keep looking. Raijin begins to search the archives for more intel. Toko begins to walk around the room. I think I've got something. Toko leans over his shoulder and looks into his screen. He nods slowly. It would take a bit of searching, but I think that's exactly what we're looking for. Download it. On it. Raijin begins to download the information. Meanwhile, Chief Advisor Fanning walks down the hallway. He walks quickly to return to the king's side. He spots the door to the security room and sees it's unguarded. He furrows his brow. He slows his pace and begins to approach the door. All right, boss. Let's get out of here. Good work, Raijin. The two men turn to leave when they see the shadow approach the door. Toko quiets his ally, and the two step off to the side of the door. Chief Advisor Fanning knocks on the door. Hello? Guards? Is anyone in there? Why aren't you at your post? Toko and Raijin look at each other and nod slowly. My apologies, sir. I fell asleep. You fell asleep? That wouldn't be possible if you remained at your post. I apologize, but I covered an extra shift yesterday. Not a lot of time to sleep last night. My sincerest apologies, sir. There's a pause as Chief Advisor Fanning shakes his head. His frustration turns to sympathy. Toko grips the door handle and prepares his blaster. Raijin prepares his own blaster. I see. I'm sorry to hear that, soldier. Get yourself out of there and back on duty. Yes, sir. Won't happen again, sir. Chief Advisor Fanning walks away. Toko and Raijin wait a few moments before opening the door. Too close. Let's go. The two criminals begin to sneak out of the castle. Starblade and Martian Marauder arrive at the lovely vacation home. The house is next to a beautiful lake as well as a vast grassland. Using the keycard, the heroes slip inside. Wow, I could get used to this. Anytime a king or queen needs help from yours truly, I'm there. I believe this is a special case. Probably, but I'm going to enjoy it. The two begin to walk around the home. This is rather nice. Now you're starting to understand. So, what's next? Next, we see what kind of food the royals enjoy. What about the investigation? Multitasking. Starblade begins to raid the refrigerator, while Martian Marauder waits. She returns with several snacks and a smile on her face. These almost look like Earth snacks. Maybe it'll agree with my system. Or it won't, and you'll spend the entire time relieving yourself. Now, why'd you have to say something like that? Want anything? She doesn't wait for an answer. Instead, a snack bag flies across the room and hits him in the face. I'm fine. Okay, so, what's the plan? We find and stop them. I expected more details than that. Perhaps we see if we can find their ship? Better. You know, it's a good thing these Eozorans look like me. Since we're doing this all quiet-like, you should probably shapeshift. Agreed. So, we'll head to the spaceport, find their ship, and recover any intel we can. Yeah. And ask if anybody has seen them, and if they have, we find them and have a final bout. I doubt it'll go that smoothly. Relax, it'll be fine. Starblade sits on the sofa and nearly sinks into it. Oh my gosh, this is so comfortable. You gotta sit down. Martian Marauder does as told. He slowly begins to sink into the chair. You were right. I usually am. Did you learn to be this relaxed from your parents? I guess I did. My dad was always pretty laid back. Mom, too. Well, you saw my memories. At least one of them. Parents have a strong impact on our development, don't they? That's the idea. Hopefully more positive than negative. It's probably where you got your straight-to-business attitude from. Yes, you would be correct. My father was especially hard on me. Not my siblings, though. They could do no wrong. Sounds rough. Heard plenty of stories like that back at the orphanage. Martian Marauder looks at her confused. Orphanage? Where I lived after my parents died. Oh. What? Thought I was born in space? No, but I have been curious how you ended up on Solari Prime. I suppose I assumed your parents were gone, but I don't know. Maybe you had been abducted. I'll tell you that story some other time. Right. I'm sorry. It's alright. You didn't know. Let's get back to the task at hand. The guard captain sits in his office. A pair of guards enter the room. Evening, gentlemen. Captain, we have, suspicious activity to report from the marketplace today? Go on. Well, earlier today we were on patrol when we noticed two off-worlders carrying a bag full of illegal equipment. illegal equipment. Did you question them? We never got the chance, sir. We followed them for a while, but they evaded us. Should I be concerned, gentlemen? I don't know, sir. Well, we can keep an eye out for them, should they return. Very well. You're dismissed. They both salute the guard captain and exit his office. King Erderman and Chief Advisor Fanning walk around the palace. Oh, I've been meaning to ask, where'd you disappear to earlier? When was that, Your Majesty? I was rather busy today. After the meeting with the Starblade and Martian Marauder. Oh, that! I won't lie to you, Your Majesty. I spoke with the two of them. I suspected as much. Anything to report? No, sir. It seems you were right. There was nothing of substance to their claims. The two are far from here. Very well. I hope you see my reasoning for refusing their aid. I have, my liege. You want our people to be able to handle our own problems. Correct. If I could give some advice, that is your position. In some situations, we could use the expertise of others, while also empowering our own for future events. Insightful as always, my friend. If I feel it is necessary, it will be done. That is all I ask, my king. Chief Advisor Fanning bows respectfully as the king leaves him behind. Toko Rusk stands on the balcony of his hotel room. The beautiful capital city gleams in the night. He is soon joined by Jorath the Juggernaut, who looms over him. Boss, what is it? A question for you, or two. I'm listening. So, this world is pretty big. With what we plan to do, I'm curious how you plan to deal with it all. Deal with what? The fallout. When we take over, the people will be angry. From my brief time here, it's evident these are proud people. Their spirits may not be crushed so easily. In the event something like this happens, what are you prepared to do about it? Toko Rusk is silent for a few moments. I will stamp it out. Rebellions that are allowed to fester turn into movements. Movements can be harder to kill than one singular target. Thus, when this happens, we must be swift in rooting out the source. The people won't cooperate. What then? Give them a reason to cooperate. People are much easier to control than one thinks. Threaten their loved ones, and you'll quickly see how much they value their own over the next man, even if they stand at risk of losing the same thing. Kill enough of them, and they'll fall in line. Exactly. Their military, while a problem for the rest of us, won't be an issue for you. I do look forward to testing myself. Maybe they'll surprise me. Anything else? Yes. What if it fails? What if the Starblade and Martian track us down and manage to stop us? There's no going to prison for me. Spending time locked away in a cage like an animal? If those two dare to show themselves again, we kill them or die trying. Jorath smiles. I couldn't agree more. Toko taps Jorath's chest with his fist as he walks past him. I should probably get some rest. Rajan and I are headed out tomorrow. To track down that beast. Looks fearsome. Hopefully we can control it. Long enough for it to do what we want. The king will never see it coming. Incorrect. He will see it coming. But he won't be able to do a damn thing about it. Starblade and Martian Marauder arrive at the spaceport the next day. He has shapeshifted into an Eozoran. Starblade has her uniform covered by a fancy hooded poncho. Was that really the best you could do? It's not my fault I only had royal garments to choose from. Besides, it does the job. Do you see the ship? Martian Marauder looks around. Not yet. They probably docked in a private hangar. Seems like we've got some searching to do. Starblade and Martian Marauder begin to search the spaceport. A few moments later, Starblade points. I think we've got a winner. Martian Marauder inspects the ship. Any ideas how we get inside? We could try and tamper with the security system, run the risk of alerting them. Or the guy who can phase through solid objects can do that. Oh? No concerns about anti-phasing generators. I have full confidence in you. Just don't let your fellow Eozorans see you. She pats him on the shoulder. Without another word, he phases into the ship. I have established a mind link. I'll let you know what I find. Good. I'll stand guard until you're done. Martian Marauder begins his exploration of the ship. Near the entrance of the spaceport, Karaz and Dejari arrive. Let's make this quick. The boss is counting on us. Lay off! I forgot one thing. I don't see how you forget such an important piece of tech. What can I say? We all make mistakes. Lucky for you, the locals don't suspect anything. The two criminals continue to head for their ship. Martian Marauder explores the ship. He goes through several rooms until he eventually reaches the cockpit. I've reached the cockpit. Any idea how to access the computer? One or two. Martian Marauder shapeshifts into Toko Rusk. He tries to access the computer, but isn't successful. He realizes this might take a minute. Starblade waits outside. A pair of guards approach her. Morning, citizen. Hello there, guards. Forgive me for intruding, but is this your ship? Starblade slowly looks back at the ship, and she smiles. No, it isn't. In fact, I had a few things I noticed. Oh? Like what? Well, for starters... Meanwhile, Karaz and Dejari continue to get closer to the ship. Martian Marauder continues his hacking efforts to no avail. Starblade, I can't get anything from this computer. I'm coming back out. Negative. Negative? Currently speaking with some guards. Need a few extra minutes. Maybe keep trying? I suppose I can. I'll be quick. Martian Marauder resumes his hacking efforts. Back outside, Starblade continues to show the guards around. Just look at it. I'm pretty sure that engine modification is illegal in 20 star systems. I think you're right. Not to mention, look at this design. Sleek, sure, but aggressive. Made for combat. I think this warrants further investigation. The two guards nod quickly. Karaz and Dejari have nearly arrived. He holds out his arm. Wait, we've got company. Who? A couple of guards poking around the ship. What are we going to do? We wait until they clear out. Near the ship, Starblade continues to chat with the guards. Citizen, we'll report this when we get a chance. Thank you for your concern. Starblade gives them a crisp salute. Anything for fellow protectors. The guards walk away. Marauder, they're gone! Okay, on my way out. A few moments later, he appears next to her. No luck, huh? No. Their systems were too tough, and I found nothing to aid me. Damn. Well, we know for certain they're here. Let's continue with part 2, then report back to the chief advisor. Maybe we can get their ship impounded. It's better than nothing. The heroes begin to leave the spaceport. Karaz and Dejari wait until everyone is gone before approaching the ship. Starblade, Martian Marauder, and Chief Advisor Fanning meet later in the day. I hate that we don't have much to go on, but that's what we've got so far. I see. I will do what I can to make it difficult for the ship to leave, should that be an issue. We'll continue our investigation, but sadly, our lead isn't as strong. Any ideas where they could be? They're hiding out somewhere in the capital. If only we knew where. I might be able to help with that. I can send for security footage for some nearby resorts, and then have it sent to the safe house for you to analyze. Of course. It will take some time, and I have a meeting to attend, but I will send the data your way when I've got it. Right? Well, we'll head back to the safe house. The chief advisor enters another meeting room with the king. Ah, glad you could join us. I'm sorry for being late. You're never late. You're usually 15 minutes early. I had other business. However, I'm here now and ready to get started. King Erdeman smiles at him. Anything to report? I've been informed about unusual ship activity down by the spaceport. I'll inquire about getting it impounded. Impounded? I trust you have good reason? I do. I also heard about several guards following a few off-worlders around the marketplace. They had several illegal parts. Unfortunately, they got away. When was this? Yesterday. I wish I had learned this earlier. I've increased patrols in the area. If there's any more suspicious activity, I'll know. Seems like things are going well. The celebration across the capital continues. Remember to keep your spirits up. If we falter, the people will follow. Yes, King Erdeman. Chief Advisor Fanning ponders the new information. Elsewhere in the wilds, Toko and Raijin are flying in the dropship. The city is still visible on the horizon. They arrive at a clearing and hover over a large patch of grassland. The pair analyze the ship's scanner, then lower the ramp. The two stand in the opening as the ship hovers in place. You sure about this, boss? Too late to back out now. What are the odds this backfires? Low. We read everything about this creature. Even if it gets angry, it'll take it out on the civilians. I hope you're right. Suddenly the ground beneath them begins to shake. I guess we're about to find out. Here it comes. Toko and Raijin look at the ground as it continues to shake and rumble. The ground gives way and begins to collapse as a loud growl can be heard from a newly formed crater in the ground. What is up, Dragonverse fans? We're almost there. The end of Season 1 of Starblade and the Martian Marauder. Now then, at the conclusion of Season 1, as promised, I will be getting you all that anniversary episode of Arachnid. Think of it like, for my comic book readers, like an annual. If you know what that means, you know exactly what I'm talking about. If you all would like to see one for Myth Girl as well, let me know in the comments section. Just type, I want to see Arachnid and Myth Girl, and I'll get both of those for you guys. However, once those two are done, the next series premiering on the Dragonverse will be none other than Aquatus, as we return to Earth and go beneath the waves to see just what's going on in the Seven Seas. Until then, take care. Dragon out.